Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us this morning at Mystic Fitness on the beautiful Victory Field. So we hold our outdoor classes here 7 days a week. Monday through Friday, we're here at 8 a.m. and Saturday and Sunday, it is 9 a.m. We also have 2 evening classes right now outside. We have Wednesdays at 6, that's 6 p.m. and also Saturdays at 4 p.m. And this Saturday, if you would like to join us, we have Yoga Shred. So that is a super fun class that combines HIIT, high intensity interval training, with yoga, and it's like one of my very favorite classes. So hopefully you guys can join us for that. So getting ready to settle in for your practice today. If you have blocks, I would grab them. They might serve you best today. If not, you could always use something else you have at home just to bring the floor up a little closer to your body. Once you've got yourself settled in, you'll find a seat on your mat. I'm choosing to sit back on my heels today. You're welcome to sit that way as well, or with your legs crossed, whatever works better. Once you decide how you'd like to be, maybe let your body decide how it would like to be, you'll allow your eyes to just float closed. Start coming into your body and into your breath by just taking some easy breaths in and out through the nose. Noticing the ground supporting you. Staying in the moment. Just taking some easy breaths and settling into the body. As you breathe in, your belly fills. That breath might rise up through the chest. And see if you can release your breath, chest down to belly. Just working a gentle 2-part breath. Inhaling, belly to chest. And exhaling, chest to belly. As you continue this simple, subtle breath, noticing any areas in your body where you may be holding some tension this morning. See if you can intentionally release some of that tension as you breathe out. Maybe taking note of any injuries you're working with, promising to go easy on them. If future plans start to make their way into the mind, just let those go. If it feels right to you, start to lengthen your breath, maybe to a 3-part breath here, Dirga Pranayama. Your in-breath starts at the belly, moves all the way up the chest, and releasing down. Inhaling belly, chest, all the way up into the upper chest towards shoulders, and back out. We'll get about 4 more. Three more here. Two more, inhaling fully, exhaling all the way. Last Dirga breath, fill the belly, move it all the way up towards shoulders. And slow release from the shoulders all the way down to the lungs, and the belly releases last. Good. Come to a more natural breath for a moment. And we'll open our class today with the sound of Om. Take your hands to prayer at the heart center. Thumb knuckles press up against the center of the chest, sit up nice and tall. We'll start with a cleansing breath. Let's take it in through the nose and sigh it away. Inhaling for your Om. Have a lovely class. Let's open our eyes and we'll begin our warm-up just seated here. As you inhale, you will open your arms, press your chest up towards the sky, shoulders draw down, opening the heart. As you exhale, curl and rock back. Maybe give yourself a little hug here. Inhale, we'll come forwards. We got our seated cow. Exhale, rocking back, seated cat. If you're sitting back on your heels here, you're warming up the quads a little bit as you warm up the hips. If it's not comfortable, however you're seated, take your time to change your position. We'll get 3 more. Inhaling, opening, exhaling, curling. 2 to go. Let this become yours. Last one. Finding some side bends, we'll inhale the arms up overhead. And as you exhale, we'll come up and over towards the right side. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. Draw that energy in. Exhale, over to the left. We'll get several more. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, over to one side. Inhale, feel the energy rise. Exhale, open up side body. 1 more only each way. And last time. Good. This time we'll inhale the arms all the way up. As you exhale, let's take them out and behind. Interlace your fingers behind you if it feels okay. Take your arms down and away as you lengthen up through the chest, trying not to dump into the lower back here as you take the hands down. 1 more breath. Good. Let's inhale and take the arms all the way back again. And exhale, hands come through heart center, and we'll make our way onto the hands and knees just for a couple more here before we settle in for our standing practice. So taking the knees slightly wider than hips width, hands to the ground, and maybe a little bit ahead of the shoulders. Taking hips back towards your heels, we're going to swing the hips over to one side, come through center, and then over to the other. Just making some semicircles here with the hips. Starting to stir the body around. If it feels right for you, we'll start to stir it all the way around in one direction. You're always welcome to come to forearms here as well. That works just as well. And we'll take our time to slowly stir in the other direction. And after about 1 or 2 more, going the other way if needed, you'll take your time to settle your way into child's pose for a few breaths. You can keep the knees wide apart and the arms reach forward here. If it feels better in your body to bring your knees together and allow your chest to just rest on the thighs, then you take that position. As we work through class today, feeling free to change things up a little bit, modifying, making things more intense, whatever feels right for you in the moment. Child's pose is always available. Any other resting pose is always available if that's where you need to be today. We'll take another 2 breaths here. Allowing your forehead to rest to the floor on your folded hands. 1 more breath. All right, let's come back onto hands and knees. We'll curl the toes under and let's explore our first downward facing dog here. Lifting the knees, hips stretch up and back, begin to pedal out the feet. Bend 1 knee at a time. We're pressing firmly into all of our fingertips to help take pressure off of the wrists. I like to think of it as a little tree frog there, grabbing a hold of the mat. Let your hips maybe even sway side to side a little bit if you wish. We'll start to still our dog here. Feet still hips width apart. Press back and bend the knees. We're going to spin our heels over towards the right side. So heels drop over to the right. So you're getting a deeper stretch through left side body. Breathing into the side ribs. And then we'll inhale our way back to the center. And exhale, just let your heels drop over to the other side. And really breathe into the right side body. If you're practicing outside today, there's such a beautiful breeze. Feels so good. All right, let's come back to the middle in down dog. Let's inhale, look forward, knees bend, and as you exhale, let's pick up the hips, roll to a plank. Try to go one vertebra at a time. Inhale, bend your knees, glide on back. Exhale, wave your way, plank position. Let's inhale, take it back, knees bend. Exhale, wave and roll your plank. One more like that. Inhaling, bend the knees. Exhale, roll and wave plank. Pause here on the in-breath. As you exhale, we will drop the knees to the floor and very slowly lower all the way to the ground, elbows close to the rib cage. On the in-breath, we'll find our half lift, finding the power of the belly as the hands come to the shins, lower belly deeply engaged. Exhale, soften down into a fold. Let your knees be soft. You can even bounce a little bit there, wiggle and jiggle, shake the head. If it feels nice to walk your hands from one side to the other. So just taking whatever subtle movements here that feel right in your body. Head's very heavy, allowing any tension you may be carrying with you to just fall down into the earth. Let the earth absorb it. 2 more deep breaths. 1 more. Good. Let's come to standing. Inhale, sweep arms all the way up, extended mountain. Palms touch above you. And exhale, hands to heart center.
What's your code?
042409. Inhale, arms sweep all the way up. As you exhale, let's hinge all the way down to the ground. Inhale, half lift hands to shins. Exhale, take hands down. Step your way back, downward facing dog. From here, we inhale, look forward, knees bend. Exhale, wave and roll plank. Inhale and plank, squeeze glutes. As you exhale, knees can be up or down as you lower. If knees are staying up, maybe finding chaturanga hover this morning. Inhale, a big up dog. Looking good. Exhale, back downward facing dog. Find your breath. Exhale. 1 more. Let's inhale here, look forward, knees bend, and as you exhale, walk or hop, feet up towards the top of the mat. Inhale halfway, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, and exhale, hands to heart center. With feet directly under the hips, we'll sweep the arms up overhead. Find chair as you exhale, sit the hips down. So we're trying to make sure that we can see our toes. You never want to have the knees coming too far forward. With time, that can put a little too much pressure on your knees. Feel that deep engagement of the core muscles here. We'll find our cactus arms, just taking them out to the side. Take 3 breaths in and out. Those exhales are a time when you might want to find a deeper seat. 1 last breath here. Good. Let's release by inhaling all the way up. And exhaling, hinging all the way down. We'll flow through another vinyasa flow. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, we're stepping directly back to down dog, skipping chaturangas if you're not in the mood today. If you like them, inhale, look forward, bend knees. Exhale, wave and roll that plank. Find the deep core. Inhale here. Exhale, knees up or down, your choice. Lower it down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Release the neck. Exhale to downward facing dog. Take another breath in and out. And let's take our right leg all the way up to the sky. Big sweep. Exhale, bend your knee. Open up the hip here. Couple of breaths. I like to come up and down on the ball of the left foot. When you're ready with your in-breath, take your leg up and back, 3-leg dog. Exhale, knee into the nose, pause, and then step towards right hand. We'll make our way from runner's lunge up to crescent lunge, keeping the back heel up. Lift up through the front spine and find your balance here. Shoulders start to draw down, opening up the heart a little bit. We're going to find some freedom lunges today, so arms come forward. As you inhale, open up, back leg straight. Exhale, curl, back knee might dip a bit. Inhale, open it up. And exhale, curl. Very similar to what we did as we were seated. Take one more after this one. Inhale, open it up. And exhale to curl it down. Inhale, rise back up to crescent. Arms draw down. A lot of energy coming up through the fingers here. Shoulders are trying to draw from the ears, creating more space for the upper back. Stay here and breathe. One last breath in, and as you exhale, we'll take the hands down towards the front foot. So I'm going to use a block as we come into our twist. Left hand on the block here. Right arm stretches up towards the sky. Your gaze can follow your hand or look to the floor if that feels best for you. One breath at a time. Two more and twist. One last one. Take a big in-breath, and as you exhale, hand comes down to the ground. Slide your block out of the way. Let's inhale, right leg all the way up to the sky. Exhale, bend the knee, open up the hip. One breath in. And out. Inhale, leg up and back. Exhale, one tiger curl. Draw it in. Inhale, take it up there. And exhale, back to downward facing dog. Take a breath. Notice the difference between right and left leg. And we'll take it on the left side. So we'll inhale the left leg sky high. Exhale, bend your knee. Open up the hip. Maybe again, exploring coming up and down on the ball of your standing foot, if that works for you today. Head's heavy. We'll inhale and take the back leg up and back. Exhale, curl. Left knee in towards the chest. Pause. Step to your hand. And slowly, using front spine, lift up to crescent. Crescent lunge has that back heel lifted. That'll give you more movement in the front of the hip. Arms forward for our freedom lunges. Inhale, open up. Exhale, back knee dips, and we curl it in. A few more, moving at your pace. Working that wave-like motion through the spine a little bit here, loosening up the vertebra. And one more for luck. Good. Now we'll come back to crescent. Draw the arms up, but then remember to draw the shoulders down and away from each other a little bit. Your gaze might come up a little bit towards the sky if that feels right. Never crunching neck or low back. Another few breaths here. Stay strong. One more. Big in-breath as you exhale. Hands come to frame the front foot, maybe grabbing your block for your right hand. Let's inhale and sweep the left arm to the sky. If it feels okay for your neck, your drishti or your focal point becomes your thumb. Maybe there's a bird flying by. If it doesn't feel right for your neck, look down, or maybe you do a little of both. We're here for another few breaths. One more. On this in-breath, feel longer and stronger through all of your limbs. Exhale, hand comes down, block slides out of the way. Inhale, sweep left leg all the way up and back. Exhale, tiger curl, take it in. Inhale, sweep it up. And exhale, back to your downward facing dog. Let's inhale, look forward, knees bend. Exhale, weave and roll your plank. We're going to pause in our forearm plank here, so you can keep the knees up as you make your transition or drop them to the ground. One arm at a time, we descend. So if you're somebody who is thinking about adding arm balances into your practice, it might make more sense for you to keep your arms parallel to the edges of the mat, spreading your hands wide, pressing the fingers to the floor. This will help you get that same kind of strength you need in upper body and arms to help support those arm balances. If it works better to interlace hands underneath your nose, that's another option here. Knees can stay up or come down. Keep breathing. One more breath. Let's press back up to a high plank. We did it. And hips come up and back, downward facing dog. One more breath. Side away maybe. Let's inhale, look forward, knees bend. Exhale, a walk or a little hop to the front of the mat. That was fun. Inhale halfway. And exhale, we'll fold it down. Stay here for a breath or two, allowing your head to be heavy. If you're someone who tends to clench your teeth at night or clench your jaw at night, maybe you open and close your mouth a few times to help relax the jaw muscles. One more breath here. Let's come to rise all the way on your next in-breath. Sweep up, rise up. And as you exhale, hands come down to heart center. We're coming back for chair. This time we're going to add some twists to it. I'm going to turn to face the camera here so you guys can see me a little bit better. So we're going to keep our feet right under the hips today. Inhale, sweep your way up. As you exhale, we're going to flow it first. So bend your knees, twist over towards right side. Inhale, sweep on up. Exhale, sit and twist to the other. We'll just get two more little flowy ones here. Make them your own. Not worrying so much about our alignment of the knees yet. One more flowy one, side to side. All right, so now we'll inhale all the way up. Exhale, sit down into the same chair we did before. Hips draw back. So we're going to take our left arm across the legs and just hold on to the thigh. This is a nice little brace for yourself. And then begin to twist towards the right side. Your right hand might lift towards the sky here. Using your other hand to keep both legs in line. Breathing. A few more breaths, you got this. Last two. One more. Good. Let's rise all the way up to extended mountain on the in-breath. Exhale, hinge forward, throw it back. Inhale, rise all the way. Exhale, bow, maybe exhale, mouth. One more time. Let's inhale all the way up, this time sitting back down into our chair. So feel the lift of the pelvic floor and the low belly. And we'll twist to the other side. So now the right arm comes across to create the table with the thighs, and the left arm can reach up. If it feels better to take the left hand down towards the low back or at the hips, that's another way you can do the same thing. Feel the legs burning a little bit, but we don't worry about it. We just breathe through it. Nothing lasts forever. You're stronger than you know. One more. Great. Let's come out, inhale, unwind, sweep all the way up. Again, bow forward, let it go, knees soft. One more like that. Inhale, rise all the way, and we'll find another fold here. Bow gently forward. This time we'll pause in ragdoll, holding on to opposite elbows. Allow your head to just be as heavy as it is. 3 breaths, 2 breaths. One more. Release your grip. Inhale, rise tall, extended mountain. Let your spirit come up towards sky. Exhale, hands draw to heart center. So from the top of the mat now, I'm going to pop off the mat actually. Make it a little easier to balance. That's where we're going. So we're going to stand up tall here. Ground down into the right leg. And we will, hands at heart center, lift the left knee. Press into the standing leg, stand nice and tall. Ooh, I just got distracted by a little birdie flying by there. Let's find our way into airplane. Arms reach out, press the back foot back. Try to dial the toes down, shoulders draw down. Find your focus, softly gaze at something in front of you with maybe an easy smile. And we'll drop that back foot towards the back of the mat. Heel can ground down. And then open your way up into Warrior Two. Now I'll spin around so you can see me a little bit better. And here we are arriving in our Warrior Two. So I'm going to use a block for this next one. If you happen to have one, you're going to put it near your front foot. If not, you can anchor onto your shin. So before we use our block, we're here. Warrior two, shoulders are trying to draw from the ears a bit. Let's flip the right hand. Inhale, reverse warrior. And as you exhale, let's find extended side angle, either with your elbow on your forearm or your forearm on your thigh. Or if you've got a block, maybe you hold onto the block. We're pressing up and away from either the block or the thigh. Taking some easy, long breaths. Last few. We're going to make our way from extended side angle through to triangle, but doing some flowy warm-ups to get our way there. If you have your block, you're going to keep your hand on it. If you don't, you can hold on to the front shin. Take a breath in. As you exhale, you're going to reach down towards that long end of your mat like you're picking up some flowers. Inhale, open up, straighten the front leg. You made your way to triangle. Exhale, bend the right leg, reach back down. A few more times, peel open. Exhale, extended side angle, reach down. Inhale, open. I'm back to using my block, feeling more supported that way. This time, as we open to triangle, we will stay. Trying to keep your body as kind of like you're in between two panes of glass for the most part. It won't be exactly that way. Stay and breathe. One more breath in triangle here. Good. Let's come out through reverse warrior. Bend your right knee. Inhale, sweep up and back. Exhale, we'll cartwheel hands down to the mat. Step your way back, downward facing dog. From down dog, we'll shift our way into high plank. Hold on to your belly muscles. Squeeze your fingers to the ground. And we'll just shift heels from side to side. So these are Diablo planks. Don't be afraid of the name. They're a little less intense than the name implies, although they do add up after a while. Let's take a couple of more here from side to side. Good. Back to center plank. Hips come up and back, down dog. One breath. Let's make our way to the top of the mat here. So you'll inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Exhale, a walk or a hop of the feet towards hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Take one breath. All right, let's rise all the way up. Sweep on up. And exhale, hands come to heart center. So we're going to try that same sequence on the other side. Standing at the top of the mat, somewhere around there. If you're outside, maybe on the grass is a little easier. So we will take opposite leg up. Right leg up, standing onto the left. From here, find airplane as you're ready. Arms come out to the side. Press your leg along. Try to dial those back toes to point down, leveling out the hips. Another breath or two. When you're ready, we're going to land it in warrior two. So back leg lands, open up first to warrior one, open up. Now we're in our warrior two position. Stay here in warrior two. Find a place to softly focus your eyes, relaxing your face. Let's flip the front hand. We'll reverse the warrior as we breathe in. Exhale, find your extended side angle, either with forearm resting on the thigh or hand to the block here. Take the other arm all the way up. Take a moment. Engage both feet evenly into the mat. And we're going to try to make our way into our flowy warm-up here from extended side angle to triangle. We begin with an in-breath to reach our top arm up. Exhale, reach down to the earth to pick up some earth. As you inhale and reach back up, front leg straightens, offer it to the sky. Exhale, back down towards the earth. Inhale, lift up, front leg straightens. Exhale, bend and reach down. One more this way. And bending back down. And now we'll come back to triangle. Hold it. Breathe through it. Trying not to lock out the front knee. To remind myself of that sometimes. One more breath in triangle. Coming out through reverse warrior here. Inhale, bend the front leg, sweep back. And exhale, we will cartwheel our way down to the ground. Step your way back. Downward facing dog. Coming through vinyasa this time. Inhale, look forward, knees bend. Exhale, wave and roll plank. Hold here for the in-breath. Exhale, chaturanga with knees up or drop them down and lower all the way down. The in-breath is cobra or up dog. Up dog lifts the thighs. Cobra keeps them down. And exhale, we'll take it back. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Long breath out. One more. When you're ready, inhale, look forward, knees bend. Exhale, walk or a light hop towards the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway, hands to the shins, and exhale, bow it down to fold. One breath. Let's rise all the way up. Inhale, sweep up, palms touch. Exhale, hands draw back to heart center. Coming into some more balance here, so I'm going to spin around and face you guys again. So we'll stand up nice and tall, grounding through the feet, finding mountain pose. Palms face forward, shoulders draw down. We're starting with our eagle. You can continue to keep your legs hips width distance to start, or sometimes it's a little easier for me to start with them together. So either way works, as long as it works for you. We'll inhale the arms all the way up overhead, and as you exhale, let's cross the right arm underneath the left. Sit on down, start to draw the low belly in. As you're ready, the right leg's going to come up and cross. Breathing in and out. Couple more breaths here. I'm going to spin my eagle around again. Breathe. We're going to try to unravel just the leg as we fly our Eagle Warrior 3. Unravel that leg. Send it back. See if you can balance here, keeping arms in eagle if possible. And then we're going to drop the leg towards the back of the mat. So now we're in our Warrior 1 feet. Back heel grounded. Feet are hips width-ish apart. Inhale, release your arms, sweep them up, and exhale, take them down and around to interlace it low back. Draw shoulders down. Inhale here and exhale, humble your warrior, bowing to the inside of the front leg. Let the head be as heavy as it is as you're strong through both feet. One more breath here. Let's rise back up to Warrior 1. Inhale, peel yourself open and release your grip. Reach it up. Coming back to our eagle. Arms sweep out and cross in front. Right arm is under the left. Slowly make your way back to eagle. Re-wrapping your leg. Last few moments. One more breath. Great job. Let's inhale, release, sweep all the way up, and then exhale, hands to heart center. And we'll try all of that on the other side. If you need to kind of shake yourself off for a moment, do what you need to do. When you're ready to find your solid mountain pose, start to find that engagement of the core muscles here, which will help support you. Inhale, arms reach up. As you exhale, they swing out to the side and to the front, left under the right this time. Sit yourself back down into your chair. Left leg up and over. So maybe your foot eventually hooks behind the calf. Some days I take my toe down for a kickstand, so whatever, it's all good. Maybe you try to get the spine a little bit more up and down. Getting ready to fly to Eagle Warrior 3. Unravel your leg. Slowly press it back. Feel the energy extending through the fingers in the back leg. Lift low belly. It will help support that leg there for you. One more breath. Keep your gaze neutral down to the floor. And then we release the back leg to Warrior 1, feet, heel grounds, arms in eagle, press them together. Release arms now, sweep them up. As you exhale, they come out and around to interlace behind you. Breath in, look up, and exhale, humble your warrior. Breathe. Long, slow breaths, take it all in. Last two. Last one. Let's come all the way up. Inhale, rise, warrior 1. Release your hands. Back to eagle arms this time. Left again, under the right. And slowly stepping back to eagle, back leg makes its way forward and wraps back around. Find steadiness with your gaze as you stay right here. One more breath. Let's release. Unwind everything. Sweep the arms all the way up. And exhale, hands down to heart center. Beautiful, everybody. So from the top of the mat here, inhale, arms sweep all the way. Exhale, hands down, forward fold. Inhale to half lift. As you exhale, step your way back to downward facing dog. We're going to take our right leg all the way up to the sky. Exhale, one knee into the nose, pause. Inhale, sweep it all the way up. Exhale, knee to the right elbow. Inhale, take it high. Exhale, cross it over to the opposite elbow. We're going to go for our starfish here. So you thread your right foot through, edge of the foot lands to the ground. Roll to the inner edge of the back foot and peel your left arm open. It's like a funky side plank. Stay with it. One more round of breath. As you're ready, take your hand down, unthread your leg, sweep it back up, and bring it back down to the earth in your downward facing dog, and we will go for the other side. Inhale, left leg sky high. Exhale, knee into the nose. Inhale it up again and exhale it to left elbow or tricep. Inhale, sweep it high. Exhale, cross, opposite tricep. Find starfish by threading the leg through. Drop the foot, edge of the foot down. Roll to the inner edge of the back foot. Peel the right arm open. Sometimes when I want to play around a little bit, I try to lift my little starfish leg up off the ground. So maybe you give that a shot. Really press and energize into the hand on the ground. Get a little taller. One more breath in. Exhale, hand down. Unthread your leg. Sweep it up. And exhale it down. We're coming into a lizard here. Let's sweep the right leg up. Exhale, knee into the nose, and then step to the outside of your right hand. We're going to drop the back knee to the ground. You can stay here. I like to take that right foot that's at the edge of the mat and turn my toes out slightly. Sometimes I kind of rock onto the edge of the foot there a bit. Just deciding how far my body wants to go today. I think it has a little further to go today. We'll see. I'll take a block down here and put my forearms on it to get a little deeper. And if that's feeling pretty good, you can even take your forearms down to the ground. A few more breaths here in lizard. One more here. Let's bring our hands back to the mat. Press your way up. We're going to take that right foot, wiggle it back inside your hands so it's more in that hips width distance position. And then straighten the front leg and kind of bow down over that leg. Little half split. So for most of us, half split is plenty. If you're working on full split, you could try to straighten your legs out a bit. I don't quite have it. So when I want to play with it, I bring a block under the front thigh there. And now I feel like a rock star right on my block doing my split. But whatever your split looks like is fabulous, right? Just enjoy it for another deep, long breath in and out. And then we will very slowly make your way out. Don't go quickly. That's a good way to hurt yourself, so take your time there. Slide your legs back to where they started. And we'll bend our front legs. We're in low lunge. Curl the toe under, lift up. Let's take a big sweep of the right leg up. Stretch it out, maybe shake it out a bit. And take it back down. All right, let's give the other side a go. Inhale, take the left leg sky high. Exhale, knee draws into the nose just for a moment, and then step it to the outside of your hand. Let the back knee drop. Find the position that feels good, so you slide that back knee as far back as works for you. With your left toes towards the edge of the mat, maybe you turn them out. Playing around with the edge of foot, possibly there. And then coming into the lizard that feels right for you. Maybe forearms on the block or the floor. Deep breaths here. You can even rock a little gently side to side to loosen it up a bit. Never want to jar the body, but a little fluid motion might be exactly what you need here. Get out of your head. Take another breath. All right, we're going to start to make our way up to practice that half split. So hands to the floor, press your way up. You're going to wiggle your front foot back in between your hands. And then from low lunge, straighten the front leg, start to bow your way down. Now that front foot can stay like it's pressing the gas. You can draw the toes back and kind of dig the heel in. So you're more than welcome to stay in a variation that looks something like this. Or if you'd like to try to work on a deeper split, find your friend the block, place it under the front thigh. I have mine on the medium height. You might want to stack 2 blocks to make it a little higher. Try to make sure that that back thigh is pointing down the best that you can. And if you have support of a block, or if you're super flexible, you could one day maybe reach your arms up. If you are reaching the arms up, remember that same thing we did in our crescent. Shoulders strong down, proud chest. Last breath here. Good. Start to slowly make your way back to low lunge, lifting your way off the block very slowly, bending the front leg. Hands down, curl back toes. Inhale, stretch your leg all the way up and back and give it a little shake about. And then we will let it come back down to the floor. All right, last little wavy plank. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, wave and roll your plank. Pause here. And we'll drop the knees and lower all the way down to the ground. So just coming into one quick little back strengthening move here. We'll take the arms out to the side like an airplane. Press the tops of the feet down into the floor at first. They should be about hips width apart or so. Let's inhale, fly it up. So lift the feet, lift the chest. Open fingers wide. Happy, excited toes spread wide. Just in time, a lovely little breeze came to take the pressure off. This can be very intense. Last 2 breaths. One more. Exhale, let yourself come down. Maybe make a pillow for your forehead with your arms. Bend your knees and just let your feet kind of flop a little side to side. Take another breath in and out. Beautiful. All right, so let's press our way up onto the knees. Take a quick child's pose here, spreading the knees wide or taking them together. You can kind of wiggle and waggle your hips into place. Just let yourself be in the moment, not worrying about what's coming next, not worrying about what already passed. One more here. We'll make our way into half pigeon. If you prefer your half pigeon on your back, figure four style, you could do that instead. Coming back to hands and knees, curl toes, downward dog. Let's take our right leg up to the sky. Exhale one last time, knee in towards the nose. And then we will drop our knee behind the wrist. I'm going to go for my block maybe again here. We'll see. Take it under the right thigh. Begin to spiral the back belly of the quads down. And then as you're ready, you could either stay here, little proud pigeon, puffing up your chest, or begin to bow down over the front leg. And with a few breaths, you might decide that whatever support under the hip is no longer necessary. But don't decide, let your body decide. So your head has no business making plans here. Noticing sounds around you without hyper-focusing on any of them. Noticing whatever it is that you notice. We'll take 3 more long breaths here. Last 2. And last 1. Let's get ready to come out. So we'll walk hands to the hips. Begin to peel your heart open. Curl the back toes under. Lift up. Take your leg up and back. And set it back down to down dog. Other side. Left leg all the way up there. Exhale. Knee into the nose just briefly. And then drop your knee behind the left wrist. Same thing. So the front thigh or pigeon leg thigh parallel to the edge of the mat. Back leg tries to go down the center of the mat. Sometimes I just like to stay proud here. Gets really into that front hip flexor, or bowing your way down. Letting go of expectations. You get a lovely little serenade of crickets and bugs and birds. Even the hum of a lawnmower or something kind of just blends in with all of it. 2 final breaths. And 1 more. All right, let's come out, hands to hips. Unfurl the chest, nice and proud. Curl back toes under, lift your way up and back. I like a 3-leg dog at first, shake it on out. And take it back, downward facing dog. We'll look forward, bend the knees, exhale, weave, roll your plank. And we're gonna drop our knees down to the ground and make your way onto your backs here. We'll take the knees into the chest once you arrive. Give yourself some love. Job well done. And before we chillax for the remainder of class, just throwing in one little extra bit of core work in here. What the heck? So what we'll do is we're going to take our hands behind the head, stack your knees right over the hips, lift up the shoulders. From here, we'll extend the left leg long. Take a breath in. and a breath out. Take both knees over again, bending both, and then extend the opposite leg. In and out. Bend both knees, stack over the hips, and drop the head down. So now we're going to add on to that. So what we will do is from right here, extend left leg nice and long. Inhale, lift the shoulders. Exhale, switch the legs. Inhale, switch them again, and then come back down. Try it again. So we lift, switch legs once, switch legs twice, come back down. One more time. Up, switch legs once, switch legs twice, come back down. Knees into the chest, little squeeze. And we'll just do that quickly, starting with the other leg. Bend them both. Then we extend the right leg. Take a breath in. As you exhale, curl up. Inhale, switch. Exhale, switch. Inhale, down. Again, lift, switch, switch, and down. One more. Up, switch, switch, and down. That's it. Now we'll find wind removing pose. So continue to extend the leg down, but now the knee that's bent comes into the chest. Take your hands onto your shin. Squeeze the knee up into the shoulder. So we've got an active stretch, trying to pull the knee up high as the opposite foot presses long and away. We'll find a twist here, so we will take our right hand onto the left knee, if that's the one you've got in there. Extend the opposite arm out, and knee crosses over the body as you find your spinal twist. Try to have the shoulders on the mat, and just allow the hips to lift. Or one hip to lift. 2 hips, that would be a good trick. We'll unwind to the center on an in-breath, switch out the legs for wind removing pose. Knee in, other leg long down the mat. Interlace your hands on your shin, squeeze your knee up, press the opposite leg long and away. Last breath here. And spinal twist. Grab a hold of your knee with the opposite hand. Other hand extends out to the side, and knee crosses over the body. You can keep your nose pointed up towards the sky, or maybe you turn your closed eyes to face your extended arm. Two more breaths in now. One more here. Gently unwinding. Take both knees in. Give yourself a hug, a squeeze, a rock side to side. And then we'll take our feet to touch, finding a reclined bound angle. Knees drop out. Edges of feet just settle to the floor. Hands come to the tops of the thighs, maybe, as you just gently add a little pressure right up towards the hip crease there, pressing the legs a little away, maybe rocking them slightly, breathing fully into the belly so that it expands the lower back as well. And then I'm going to release my self-adjustment and let my arms just be. So the hands face up as the arms rest alongside. Shoulders are a comfortable distance from your ears. We'll revisit our 3-part breath that we tried earlier on in class today. So we'll begin inhaling at the low belly and letting that breath rise all the way up the lungs until it comes up into the upper part of the chest. And then slowly let it out. Inhale purposefully. Belly, chest, shoulder blades maybe. Exhale away. 4 more breaths this way. Take your time to expand the lungs fully. Release every drop, even maybe squeezing that last drop out. A few more on your own. So cool. I've noticed as the practice has gone on, the symphony of birds getting louder as more and more little critters are awakening and finding joy in their day. And I feel so privileged just to be here amongst all of them. We'll get ready for our final rest in Shavasana now, releasing any breath pattern that you're working with. You can extend your legs straight down your mat if it's comfortable for you. I usually like to take my knees in just for a moment, kind of rock out my low back a bit, and then make your way into your desired final place. If it's comfortable to extend your legs long down your mat, you'll extend them down. If you're somebody who has discomfort in the lower back, bending your knees with feet on the ground and letting the knees just knock in towards each other enough to help hold each other up can be a lovely way to take your Shavasana. No longer anything to do, but just be and enjoy. Enjoy each moment. Letting the physical, the mental, the emotional aspects of your practice all settle in here. And even though we're coming towards the end of practice, we're not rushing that end. We're savoring every moment, staying present. Very, very slowly start to make some subtle movements to wake up. This might be wiggling your toes or your fingers, or rocking your head gently side to side. Maybe a full body stretch, stretching the arms long and back, like you just woke up. Taking it all in, getting ready for a beautiful day. As you're ready, knees come to the chest. Give yourself a squeeze, maybe a subtle rock side to side. You can rock off onto one side or even rock forward and back a few times, or make our way to seated in whichever way feels best for you. Once you have found your seat, legs crossed, back on heels, however you like. Hands rest at heart center. Find a slight tuck to the chin. Take a moment to pay tribute to a beautiful, special person in your life. Maybe it's you. And holding that special person there in your heart, we will close our class today with the sound of Om. We'll begin with a cleansing breath. Take it in. Sigh it away with the breeze. And inhale for your Om. Closing with the word namaste, taking thumb knuckles up to third eye center. Together, We bow and honor each other with the word namaste, namaste. I hope you had a great practice. I know that I did. Thank you so much for being here with me. Have a great day, and we will see you again soon. Take care, everybody.